Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, morning, or evening, depending where you are today on Friday, the 26th of February. We are very excited today because we are talking about Portugal, a country that we're very familiar with, but we're talking about design and building with character in Portugal. Something that we tend to do with a lot of our travel products, with our private authentic tours. And now, in conjunction with that, you can complement a beautiful new home in Portugal with beautiful designs, amazing architecture, with the latest technologies. And we're going to talk to you about that in this presentation with Nuno Mac from Nuno Mac Architects. So, Nuno, you want to say hello?
Hello, Marco. Good afternoon to you and to all the people that are watching us. I really appreciate your invitation to be present with you today to speak in this webinar about the construction and design in Portugal.
Very good. Yeah, we're very excited because Portugal is a popular place nowadays for people to travel, but also for, as you know, for people to build new homes and to move to eventually Portugal, take advantage of the golden visas and other benefits to move to this beautiful country. So very excited to hear what you have to show us about your design, the architecture, and just the process itself. So we're going to wait a few more minutes and then we will get started. I know everybody's coming in, filling in their virtual seats. So just bear with us for 1 minute or two and then we'll get started.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And as everybody is coming online, I do ask if you have any questions during the presentation for Nuno or myself, please put them in the Q&A section. We will try to answer all those questions as many as we can at the end. And certainly if we don't have an answer, we'll make it up. No, just kidding. We will get back to you with the right answer. So we won't be making those up. We will come back to you and get the right information so that we can contact you with the right details. So Nuno, I think we're right on the dot. So I'm going to just kind of set the stage and then I'll let you take the lead on the presentation. Again, we're talking about design and build with character in Portugal with our friend Nuno Mac from Nuno Mac Architects, I should say, in Portugal. And he's been busy already with a lot of different projects, and he's going to talk to us about the processes here and the differences in the design and building of new homes here in Portugal. First of all, let me introduce myself for those of you who don't know who I am. My name is Marco Fernandez. I am the Vice President and owner of Sagres Vacations. We are a specialist in Portugal and Spain. Today, we're focused on the Portugal part of it. And we're really focused on tailored itineraries, private authentic experiences. And so this is really a compliment to those people that love traveling to Portugal. And now they want to move to this country and build their beautiful home. So just bear with me here. So some more information about us. We have offices in the United States, right outside Boston, I should say, and in Porto, here in Portugal. So our team is on both sides of the Atlantic, waiting to handle all of your inquiries. 24-hour support, private curated experiences, VIP concierge, travel planning, and now very exciting to offer also new home design and architecture. And that is obviously with the services of Nuno Mac, who is going to take us on this journey of architecture and design in Portugal. Nuno, take it away.
Okay, thank you very much, Marco. Okay, basically, Nuno Mac Architects, it's architecture, engineering, construction, rehabilitation, and design Portuguese company located in Portugal and based in Lisbon and also in Porto city center. We have a multidisciplinary team that develop projects providing mediatic action between the environment and inhabitat at the present social, cultural, and technological context. We understand each project, like an architectural project, as a unique, free, and dynamic, pure, and minimalistic system that promotes the evolution of knowledge of the world. So basically, we do not follow a specific lexicon of architecture because it's not a fixed language. In each new case, we try to find words for a specific language in the new context. Thus, each project is a pretext or for carrying out an investigation, which in turn will contribute to optimal progression of design and construction process. So the first slide, it's referring to the time, space, and place of the environment and the time where the building is located. Because beforehand, in each approach for a new part of a new plot land, a new property, and everything needs to have like a specific fiscalization, check the infrastructure of the place, and also all the surrounding. Because like we say in our language, architectural, each project is unique. So each building and each project has a specific content surrounding for the nature that we have around. So Mark, you can? Okay, perfect. And like I was saying before, each project is combined with the interior and exterior design that is a strong bet on the originality of each project developed of idealized with the architect. Okay, so like I mentioned, each kind of project that we take apart is unique and depend always with the criteria and the program for our client. The policy of creating a closer relationship with a client with itself requires attention and enhancing the work to be done. Allow us to offer satisfying guarantees, basically. The investigation that is take part make us develop the part of the drawing of architecture. Sometimes it's not necessary to be very complex system or infrastructure. It's depend always the type of building, the type of program that our clients, our customers give us in approach to the program that have an idea. And after that, we have to be very careful with all the details, and basically the form and the shape of the building, it's coming with the type of program that the client bring to us. Each work is designed to be unique and individual, like architecture takes on pure and sophisticated forms. So it's inspired by the wishes and the experience and all what our clients and our customers needed, what satisfying them, what is the comfort zone, and what they really want to see represent in the physical space. The policy of creating a closer relationship with the client, which itself requires attention and enhancing the work to be done, allow us to satisfaction guarantees to the client and in the inside of the project that we partake.
I think this is so important because and myself being involved in our company that does a hands-on curated travel. One of the things we do is listen to the customers, listen to our partners, and understand what they want to get out of their trip, their vacation, their experience in Portugal. And I think you're doing this with architectural engineering and design. And it's a great compliment because we never really think about it, or maybe perhaps not as much when we're building a home. We just look at walls and look at a structure. but sometimes we forget that we have the ability to personalize it and actually curate the whole entire experience. So I think that this is definitely worth stressing, and it's amazing that you have such great work, and as you can see here from these pictures, and everything can be tweaked and curated.
Yes, exactly. Because we have the possibility to make all the desire of our customers in a single unique piece. And that piece is will be the masterpiece of the lifetime of a person, of a family. So, and we care a lot about that, and we see each of us inside of that project. We have to take really care about what is the needs of our customers, and to try at the maximum to represent these in the project. To when we'll build the customer, the person that will social be there, will live there, have the best experience possible for his new house, a new home, and the lifestyle that you pretend to have it, and considering with
No,
that.
that's important, and obviously you're using a lot of the latest technologies to accomplish that.
Exactly. Also, what we are making many times is basically a different and personalized service to our customers. And one of our package, like if I can say like that, is the turnkey house solution. That basically, what does it mean is when someone look for build a house, have a project, sometimes don't need to carry out with a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of things. For example, even in the beginning, to check plot plan, to construct or something, we take care of all this responsibility, and we have a plan to do all of this since the stage number one until the end of the process, until we deliver basically the key to our client. And well, the customer comes to us, have a topology, have something that he really wants or really likes, or because have a friend's house that he really like and bring some photos, or that I don't know, saw something in a movie, or saw
An
something that
inspiration.
he was visiting, whatever. And with this kind of information, and with a program, base program that they give to us, and according with the space and the local that they want, we start to initiate our investigation and start to understand which kind of land it's the best according with the needs of the client. So we start to have the plan of the local, because without a place to build, is impossible to have a concept idea of the type of building, because the building comes and the project comes with the surrounding. Okay, of course we have some minimum floors that the client requests. We have sometimes some part of energy, or which type of materials, or which type of design that the client need. But also the local is crucial, because it's that will give us an idea of what can be built there, according with the municipal authorities as well. So it's a lot of things that we have to take care to decide, and before to have an initial idea to construct or to plan a house, plan a project. And on this case, the dream of building an environmentally conscious house combined with the most diverse and innovative technologies of the future concerns, we built your dream house turnkey, just having a land to implement it, and in less than 12 months, like you're describing here, they can move there and live in the new home, basically. So we take care about the process of the purchase of the land to our client, and also the project and the license that is needed to construct and initiate the process of the building. Okay, and in the end, we, after the construction, we deliver all the package to our client.
So,
Basically.
Nuno, are you saying everybody can have a beautiful home on the golf course overlooking the beach in Portugal?
Sorry.
Can everybody build a new home on a golf course near the beach in Portugal?
Well, yes, we still have some nice plot lands to make it, especially in the coast, south coast of Algarve in the south. We have many options and choices if someone that is listening us.
I say that because you mentioned the Algarve is one of the best places in the world. It's been recognized year after year to play golf, and I know there's a lot of golfers out there who are looking to tee off basically all year. So they'd rather build a home so they're right at the golf course. They don't have to fly in, fly out. They have their own home that they can enjoy playing golf throughout the whole entire year at the Algarve or other parts of Portugal.
Exactly, and the fields, the camps of golf are working 12 months a year. So because of our great climate and almost 365 days of sun, we have great characteristics to play golf, and all the people can come and join in this kind of situation, in this kind of competitions and everything. So it's really great on the south in the Algarve. So basically now in the next slide, we present a bit of minimalist contemporary architecture. What is the minimalism architecture? This it's according with actually we have Frank Lloyd Wright and Louis Sullivan, that was a North Americans, that was indicating in the modernism that the form follows the function. And the basic thing of this detail is that we don't need to have like a complex building to be like very monumental or something. Sometimes the true of the things, of the real nature, is in simplicity. And the minimalism comes to a pure language, a clean language. And when you speak about this, we are referring to very nice plans of walls and glass curtains in the house that almost constructed with open spaces, with a part of interior to represent a bit of exterior. So the exterior comes inside, and inside comes to the exterior area as well. So it's an open space, an open house that creates an harmony between the environment that's surrounding with the nature and with inside of the interior design of the house. So it's very clean, careful with creation of the project, the walls, the plans, the roof, everything in the simply way and simply form to enjoy the maximum, take the maximum pleasure inside of this harmony that is the building, the house. So
yeah, it's actually very interesting, because one of the ways we sell a lot of our travel products in Portugal, in how we promote it, is luxury in simplicity. Because sometimes luxury doesn't have to be the bells and the whistles, the ornamental things that we all know. It can just be that exclusivity and the feeling of comfort, but also being simple. It's not overly complicated. And I think you said it very well. And it's great that you're able to apply it to the building of these beautiful homes.
Yes, even the material and everything, the type of material that we use, that reflects as well the type of the building as well. Of course, it's always like a preconceived idea about country houses that have the typical stone buildings, rustic, with all decoration. But nowadays, and like you already saw by the slides that I was presenting here, the house in rural areas that favor a modern and avant-garde architecture with a contemporary minimalism decoration. So it's pure lines, basic forms that when open to exterior and open inside as well from exterior side, uh, create this harmony and the game of volumes that create this basis of the architecture. You can, okay, thank you. Okay, here is like a normal bathroom toilet with a very sophisticated and very nice line of treatment of detail and design inside. So combining the traditional and contemporary architecture with a wood floor, with the deck floor, and after with a minimalist, charismatic ceramic tiles of now I'm forgetting the name of marble that retracting the tranquility and relaxation of the place. Predominant hues in white walls and the contrast of the floor in wood to make this kind of transitory light.
Very functional, and obviously lets in a lot of light.
Exactly. Very simplicity and very pure lines because we think that we don't put a lot of complicated things inside of the space. The space should be dynamic, should be fluid, is a circulation place that all the people needs to feel very well in that kind of ambience, and should be pragmatic as well. You need, for example, all the electric supplies, all the thermic things should be like instinctively reposed in specific places that you before already know where is located. You don't need to make a lot of or don't need to look for this kind of systems. Needs to approach the person that is living in habitat inside of the place. So the intensification of the relationship between the interior and exterior through the extension of the coverage and the projection of a platform in the continuity of the social space, meditation between the interior and exterior space for a transitory space to push simultaneously reinforced by the introduction of the sliding panels that sometimes expand or sometimes confine the limits of the house and the horizon. And this is the local construction systems and traditional materials reinterpreted in the logic of contemporary intervention, special in the living rooms, special in the circulation areas that the people that are using and living the places needs to have. Is like a must-have. The connection also between the kitchen island and the interior, like in open space, to give more visual comfort, but also a pure design that's satisfying the people that will be inside. And of course, not be bothered with with always the same place, because when you have like this kind of open spaces and a very nice glass curtain, we always have this interaction between the interior space and the exterior.
No, quick question. Are you seeing more and more people ask about the glass panels, or is that something that you suggest and then they say, well, that's an alternative I've never really thought of?
Well, usually it's very funny that you are making this question, because normally we have the clients that ask us to make a big glass panels everywhere around the house. But sometimes we need to, sometimes no, we always advise our clients that we have to take in mind the solar disposition of the field of the building to earn some economy and make some economize the energy about the building. Because, for example,
Sure.
if you make all the building with glass panels with this kind of wall windows, you'll have a lot of will expend a lot of energy to
Sure.
keep this space in with a nice environment inside, with a nice climate.
Has to be a healthy trade-off, correct?
Sorry.
It has to be a healthy trade-off between
Exactly.
the amount of
Yeah.
the glass and then the energy that's expended. Yeah, that
For
makes
example,
sense.
with our disposition, the solar disposition, we need to have kind of thick walls in the north and a bit more in the south and east, more big windows, because
Mhm.
to receive the solar the sun rays, of course, and to get a more earning of energy inside of the buildings. And we play with that details, basically.
Good.
So basically in this slide, what is representing is a rehabilitation. So in this situation, it's very interesting because usually when some client comes that needs some rehab or some remodelation in some building or even interior space, most part of the time, and really a lot of times, it's like ruins. So what we start to identify is what we can take it and what we can have to reimprove what was already in the past. So have this kind of identity, this kind of buildings, and we want to preserve construing something new inside. So, and the most part of the times, what we can do, it's what is around the limits of the facades of the buildings that sometimes are in ruins. It's recovered and introducing in the new design of the project. And here is very clear what can be done in this kind of situation. Because we have like a wall surrounding a plot land that situation. The house was already in ruin, was completely devastated because of intemperie, because of climate and everything, and nobody was taking care serious about the house, and of course fall down and everything. And on this situation was an implantation of a new building inside of the pre-existent building, and this is getting a lot of satisfaction to us because we can construct something from the hashes, if we can say that. Yes, Marco, you want to say
Yeah, I
something?
was going to say it's very interesting because it's, if you look at it, it's a marriage between 14th, 15th century and the 21st century, isn't it?
Exactly.
You're
Yes.
actually able to regenerate a building that would have otherwise probably not even exist, and add character and personality. And I think I think that is such a great idea.
It's a new
And
identity from
yeah,
the past identity. Make a new formula
sure.
to introduce in that space, because, for example, it's a rural environment, and continue to have this do between what is doing now at times because of the new technology and the new type of buildings, but also insurance about the pre-existence, and so and
Exactly.
gives like this kind of monumental building, and very interesting with the form and shape. So
It's very
in
interesting.
this slide, like I was mentioned before, we follow always a nice strategy for the intervention of a plan of the project. So basically, I will read very, very, very fast about implementation in the terrain and morphological conditions with slopes are preponderant to start a movement. So depend of the hills of the plot land, depend of the type of texture of the land depend about the geological parts and the details that will also afford the type of building or the type of project that we can create in this kind of area. Not only about the environment, about the trees, about the climb, but also about the proper land. And in this case, the search for the right position of the building with the solar orientation, the study of the volumetry of skillful correspondence with the slope of the terrain, together with the research on the visual horizon that best favors its relationship with the natural surroundings. Summarize the main orientations of intervention strategy. We also have this always in attention, because if we construct and if we make the building and the project in the nice solar orientation, this will get us a lot of earning around about thermical and acoustic ambience inside of the building, and even in the proper materials as well that we constructed. And basically the archetype of the traditional house as a structure that bears a stable memory has a support for the new formal manipulations and special interpretations. So this type of houses, and we can see here this kind of facade with a reentrance of the glass and the patios. This works like a distribution of the program that considering the main aggregating and centralizing axis of the social areas, that actually sometimes, even if you live or even if you make the project in the land with already some trees or with already some ocean view or something, we also can create intimate patio. I don't know, correct me if
no, that's right. Intimate patio,
yeah. Inside of the house that also can bring this ambience inside, and especially when you don't have nothing of this and you just have a plot land that we need to construct and you need to idealize some nature inside, you can create a small garden inside of your house, and after have all the visibility of the glass curtain, and you can focus inside, look inside of the house, imagine the exterior and feeling like in the rural place.
Rural. That's very Portuguese, because we all know Portuguese. The average Portuguese person loves to be outside. They love to be enjoying the outdoors. So that's a great way to complement the landscape and that feeling that we all have living here in Portugal, to be outside, but still have that component of being inside a house, having that patio structure. So I think it's a great way to engage both sides of it. So great job.
Yes, thank you. And also for the extension of the house, we have the minimal pools, because, for example, the pool is not only just a reflex of the leisure, or just to play in the pool, swim in the pool, or invite some friends and everything, but also this it's a nice element to prolong your house to the exterior. And also you have some earning with this, because how long your pool, especially in the summer, in the climate that is very hot in some areas of the country of Portugal, it's nice to refresh a bit also, not only the house, but also the environment in general.
Sure. And everybody loves a pool in their backyard.
Exactly. So basically, this is a kind of a project since about the turnkey service. And here we have the base program, the preliminary study, the licensing, execution project, and the technical assistance. And I will be short on this. This is basically the base program, like I was already referring before. This is the first approach to the project's premise, that through online or personal conversation with the client, we see what is necessary, that gives the base of program document to start to analyze and validate with the client, to move to a preliminary study. That in this case, we need a topographic survey to analyze and validate in this kind of, with all these essential documents. And after that, after we have this program and the part of the land as well, the plot land, we need to make an investigation, small research, with our colleagues in the municipal councils and with the authorities, to see what we can construct in that plot land and what is the conditions to make it there, what is affordable to construct and what is denied to and we cannot make in this kind of situation. After that everything will be done and we have a green light to advance with the project. This project will be presented to the client in 3D. We start to modulate the program that was given from the client, and we start to modulate the project and show the 3D rendering image for the client to understand basically the environment inside, how it looks outside, and to see and approach better how will be the environment that we will expect once will be construct the building. And on this situation, it's very important because most part of our clients are not living in the country, and we need to give like a perception, a real perception with they will have in the future, which kind of house, which kind of divisions, which kind of environments and ambience they will have inside of them houses. And this is fulcral to understand and to have approach to the final project. After the project will be done and we have the accordance with the client and everything will be stabilized, the next step is for asking the permission of the municipal authorities with the licensing of the project. Okay, so when after approval, the previous point, will start the license process. We prepare all the elements, the essential of the engineering and the architectural parts and elements to instruct the project and the process to the municipal authorities. The client also will have all this kind of documentation that we'll submit in the console always, because before send everything that the console requests, our client will always have access to this kind of information. After the camera, in this case the console will accept and permit the construction of the project, we initiate the execution project that propose of the strictly defining all materials and finish that make up the construction. This step has to be clear for the client, because it's in this situation and in this phase, this level, that all the materials and all the details will be needed, and that we need to draw and to deliver to the construction team to be in accordance with the materials that the client choose. So like we said before, is a customized house, is a customized building and project. So all the parts of the building, since the insulation, since about the materials, the floor, the roof, the ceiling, the type of lights, electricity, the type of elements of energy suppliers, all the things, it's according with our client needs, basically. And during all the part of the process and the construction, and also before, because of the project management and everything, we also give always technical assistance. In our team, we have not only architects but engineers, and that makes the fiscalization of all the process. So all the clients must be basically rested, because this it's very professional work, and we take the process since the beginning to the end with fiscalization, and following always the daily work routine of the construction, and also before the project as well.
Mhm. And I think, going back to the licensing and the fiscalization, you talked about, living in Portugal and spending time here. You understand that sometimes things take a little bit longer if you don't know the right laws, or you don't know which department to
Exactly.
go to. So having that, as part of your program, having that as part of your tool belt, so to speak, and included in the package is great, because it does eliminate a lot of headaches. It eliminates a lot of time, because obviously, it's something that you want to move forward rapidly if you're building a new home, and you don't want it to be stopped by going to the wrong department or talking to the wrong person. So I think that's something that is very important nowadays, because one wrong move, one wrong license, or going to a different council versus the other, or not knowing the laws, which obviously they do change, can certainly make it more difficult. So having that expertise, having that experience, certainly makes it a lot easier with your projects there.
Yes, having these specific teams for each kind of level of work, it's earning as time and proficient in the things that we are dealing. So all the process will be more simple, and we take care with all the process, and our client never needs to submit to wrong entities, or to take more time or something. So everything will be more simple and more easy to the way of the client, to the perspective
Yeah,
of the client.
you're spending your time so that the client doesn't have to spend his.
Exactly. They are paying for it.
Very good.
So basically now we will get in touch with the areas, the locations of the investing points in our country, in Portugal. And a bit of general map. We have Portugal, the continent, and also the islands that also have in the islands, specifically Azores and Madeira, have a specific climate, and basically you have the surroundings, seems that you are in Indonesia or in Thailand, because of the type of the vegetation, the type of the trees, the type of mountains, ocean, and biodiversity about the ocean line as well, and coast, because we have all the amazing animals and dolphins, whales. We have a lot of nice sightseeings in these islands. Also, are volcanic. So in these specific cases, you can have a different type of house than to the continent of Portugal, or in another kind of country, basically.
Mhm.
Because when we project a house or a building, we also take in consideration the material of that area. So if you'll be in this kind of volcanic islands, you also have a different kind of material in your house, at least in the facade of your house, because it will be more magmatic texture to be camouflage inside of this kind of surroundings. And basically, these are representing 4 areas that are distinct. The islands, the north of the continent, Porto and Minho and Trás-os-Montes, in the center area of Portugal, and also the capital, Lisbon, and the South Bay, like Setúbal, Sesimbra, and one of the biggest luxury places that you can dream to construct your dream house will be in Algarve, in south of Portugal, with amazing surroundings, amazing beach,
Beautiful
amazing
beaches. Mhm.
nature. It's completely gorgeous. So, like I was mentioned in the other map, in the first map, this is the north of the country, part of it, this district of Porto Line, this region. And I was delimited this area because of the Douro. Douro is a specific place, and you only have this in the world area because it's made of sucalcos because of the vineries here presenting in the region, and here it's a very fantastic atmosphere because you can have like your house. With this landscape with vineries, you are basically inside of this limited area with an amazing geography, amazing landscape, and amazing vineries that also you can go all the time to a special kind of factory that you can take some wine, you can have some presentations as well. And here you can have a different type of house. It's like an amazing river with amazing mountains, with a lot of vineries everywhere, with a green and pure mountains of fresh and healthy air, basically. I don't know if
It's
I want to add something more, but I think you know
sure.
very well this place, like I was
Yeah,
mentioning.
no, I have a special heart for the Douro Valley. It's absolutely stunning. It is the world's oldest demarcated wine region, and there's so many amazing wineries there. And the great thing about this area too, it's very family oriented, very traditional. So people when they visit, they get that sense of the warm Portuguese hospitality. And I've seen some amazing properties that are, like you said, Nuno, just they almost fit like they were put in there at the time that the vineyards were created because they fit right into the terrain. So absolutely stunning. One of my favorite areas of the entire country.
Yes, for sure. So, and according with this map, now we are situated more in the part of the central district in Lisbon and surrounding areas, where is located the capital as well. And I was identifying here some areas more north, that more for residence area, that it's with the part more with the surfers, with a lot of different kind of communities there as well. Also, you have McNamara that was surfing there next to
Yeah,
Nazaré, the biggest wave in the world. So it's a very known and magical area with incredible waves and amazing atmosphere. And this part here in the between Caldas da Rainha, Peniche, São Martinho do Porto, Lourinhã, Bombarral, like Marco is pointing now with the cursor, it's a great area to invest in the hometown, like in the residence houses, because the lands and the plot lands are much cheaper than the Lisbon district. And also are in 1 hour by car, by driving from Lisbon and from Lisbon airport. So these have a great accesses area. You have a lot of different type of plot lands, more inner in the middle of the district and with surrounding with mountains, vineries and everything, but also in the coastline, like I was referring before about Nazaré, Peniche, Ferrel, and Ericeira, that are extremely amazing areas to live, with a lot of markets, a lot of schools, a lot of institutions, services. So here you can have a very nice opportunity and the great project here, and amazing part of the district to invest, because it's cheaper and have a lot of of potentiality to construct here the house.
And I think you also, one of the great things about Portugal, being a small country, you're never too far away from the beach. So even though you're seeing all of the coastline there, but usually you're never more than an hour and 20 minutes tops from being right at the beach. Something that, for some of us who live in the US or Canada, sometimes we're driving endless hours to just to look at the ocean, never mind to be at the beach. So I think that's another plus sign and check mark there for Portugal, because we have over 600 kilometers or 500 and something miles of coastline, and some of the most beautiful pristine beaches from the Algarve all the way up north. So even if you're not in downtown in Lisbon or the beaches around Lisbon, and you're up near Caldas da Rainha or Rio Maior, or closer to the inland, you're never too far away from being enjoying some rays at the laying down by the sand.
Exactly. And if you go a bit more down, you start to find the amazing beaches as well. And the part of, for the left side, Marco, in the part of Sintra. Okay.
Yep.
So on this area that is printed in red, you have Sintra and Cascais area that are like for luxury investment. And also because the beach, the commerce, the type of lifestyle and everything, it's more glamorous. And here you'll find a lot of nice opportunities if you really want to invest on this area, because it's a luxury place. Basically have a lot of palaces, have a lot of farms with a lot of monuments and touristic points, but in the special climate as well, because Sintra has the morphology of that place, of that district. It's very unique. And it's very beautiful. Marco, I think you agree with me. That
It's
like
it's a very
environment.
mythical place. Yeah.
Yes, it's like a fairy tales basically. And here, if you want to really invest in something, not only for your house, but also for investment in terms of future, because on these special areas that I'm now talking about, they are in advance to always get more value. So this is a lux investment here, also because you are next to the airport, but also because of all this cosmopolitan area. If we go more to the South Bay of Lisbon, we also have a new project that will start in 2022 for a new support airport terminals. And all this area already have a mega poly project for South Bay investment in Lisbon and South Bay. All this area are now being transformed with a lot of, it's like a megapolis. It's a lot of hotels, a lot of new residents, a lot of industry as well, but connected with environmental and taking care about the sustainability of the place. So it's like a mini Dubai area here that you'll have in the next few years. So it's also a nice opportunity to invest on this area. We made this map as well for a special client that are investing now in South Bay of Lisbon, and this will be in the next few years the ex libris of the polar investments in next to Lisbon city center, because at this moment Lisbon, the capital, are already overpopulated. So this is the expansion, the natural expansion of the city center, and we have very nice successes. We have the bridge of 25 of April that seems like the bridge of San Francisco, but in my opinion,
The Golden Gate.
with better design, and that give like a greatness of the place. And also one of the biggest bridge in Europe that was built in 98 when we had like the World Exhibition in Portugal, and was taking place in Lisbon, with almost 20 kilometers long, and it's for is the access, very nice access, but also a very beautiful bridge that calls Vasco da Gama, with more recently technology, even for earthquakes and everything, have like a established platform that is almost unique in the world. Only more 3 or 4 are having this kind of system. So it's a very nice successes to this part of the territory that will be in transform mutation for the next few years, and is a nice point now to invest, basically, to get more earnings in the next few future. Also that I will talk about a bit more south in Sesimbra and Setúbal. No, please. And the Rábida. So these areas are very privileged. Are 1 hour from Lisbon city center, and have also amazing territory that you can be surrounded with vegetation, but with all the infrastructure that you need, the suppliers, the water, electricity, and all these kind of things, because all this area, part is urban, part is reserve, ecological, and florestal. But anyway, you have a lot of plot lands that you can construct your amazing villa, amazing house here, not only because of the infrastructures, but because of the environment landscape. It's very beautiful. It's patrimony of humanity, and also has a lot of different kind of landscapes, and also beaches that seems like, again, that I will refer again about Bali and about Philippines, seems that it's completely unique environment. And here you have the opportunity to have 2 worlds in one. Well, or maybe 3, because we are in Portugal and it's already an amazing place to be. So also you have all this kind of catharsis that you have here with this kind of environment landscape. And you can have your amazing villa on this territory. Also, like I was saying about the luxury investment in Comporta and Troia, that is a bit more south of Setúbal and the Rábida. Exactly, Marco. Here it's a lot of different type of construction, not only minimal, but also the different type of structure. Here, because it's really near to the beach, and there's some island, and there's a lot of different species of ocean species, and about the climate, and the region is very rich in this kind of how can I say, Marco, can you help me about Troia and
you're talking about the land, the terrain itself?
yes,
Or,
yes. Because, for example, you have the type of houses that are different from the rest of the country that we can make, because it's more a beach house.
Exactly.
Part of them construct with a LSF structure, we made of steel, but revestment with the wood, and it's very, very interesting projects that we can make here. Also have Troia hotels, have all this kind of peninsula that is amazing, with really exclusive for the type of people that being frequently in this kind of areas. And it's also an amazing place to invest, not only for local investment, for tourism, and all the things that can result from there, but also to have like a nice luxury house, if you know what I mean. And the next,
And I think well, just to kind of go back to Comporte, because it's a very unique place in Portugal. Like you said, it's a house where you see a mixture of different styles. I mean, sorry, an area you see a lot of different styles of housing. And to me, it's almost like the western coast of the United States. We get Southern California, that beach look, right? That very sort of airy, very light, but it fits into the whole personality of the area. It's not overpowering. So I think Comporta is one of those areas that surprises people when they arrive, because you have a stunning beaches, you have amazing beaches, and then properties that are scattered throughout that are so unique. Each one is so different, and then it goes to your point about personalization, making it really, really yours in this area. And you're a little bit shy then of 1 hour, maybe an hour and a half from Lisbon. So everything is relatively close when you look at these areas.
So now going to the south of Portugal, this part known by Algarve, it's the ex-libris of Portugal. Also, like Mark was talking before about the golf resorts and everything. Here you have a lot of potentially to design and to purchase your plot land. Because the distance between the airport, between all the coast, is affordable. Is the maximum that you can have is between 1 hour, 1 hour 15 from the west point, from Vila do Bispo or Algesur, and it's the basic one of the best places that most part of the people wants to construct their houses. Because of the enormous conditions, because of the beach, of course, because of the weather, always sun. Is the south of the country. You always have amazing sunlight, amazing sun, amazing climate and temperature. So this it's one of the best areas if you want to develop your project and construct here in Portugal. Also, I was discriminating some areas with this red spot about the area where you can have still ocean view when you acquire a plot land, and it's the best area where you can construct your house. Also, a lot of people are buying on this area because still of the golden visas and everything. So it's an amazing area to invest for you and for your future, according with the real estates and all this kind of type of income that can gives to you.
Yeah, and it's worth noting the golden visa laws did change in Portugal. So you have until January 1st, 2022 to be able to invest in certain areas in Portugal, which are the most premier areas, like the Porto, metropolitan Porto area, the district of Lisbon and the surroundings, and of course the Algarve. So, in January 1st of 2022, it's going to be much more limited. So if you're thinking about investing, if you're thinking about any of these properties in these amazing locations with the stunning beaches in the Algarve, Lisbon, Porto, now is the time to start the process to make sure that you can take advantage of the rules still being in place before January 1st of next year, because then it will be much more difficult to apply the golden visas for these properties.
Yes, correct.
Here we have some beautiful images of the homes and the architecture. It's just wonderful.
Yes, this is really what you can have here in Portugal, about the design, about the structure, and about basically about the environment that we have. And I don't know if I already was talking about that, but in each kind of region of Portugal, you have a different type of landscapes. So, and this make Portugal unique. because of the strategy, because of the type of lands that we can find to construct your house, your project, your building. In each distinct area and distinct district, you have a charming place and environment to deal to and to construct your project.
So Nuno, while we're looking at these beautiful pictures, tell us what is the main differences between building and designing in Portugal than maybe other European countries, just so that for those of us that are seeing this for the first time and listening to the presentation, they can get an understanding what some of the differences are in Portugal.
Well, Portugal, it's known because it's a rich country and rich in biodiversity and landscape, like I was mentioned before. And both on the continent, on the islands, we have amazing weather, amazing beach, countryside, good access, being the gateway to come to Europe. Basically, we are the entrance for Europe, basically. Everyone speaks English, and Portugal offers a variety of lifestyles. No matter if you are looking for a busy urban life or little rural peace and tranquility, you'll see that Portugal has it all to offer. So, more about the construction, the project, and the lifestyle. We have low taxes. You'll find affordable prices and properties with living conditions. Portugal is very easy to reach by plane, by train, we have access with all Europe and connection with all continents. So like I was saying before, this is the entrance in Europe, basically, who comes from United States of America. And Portugal is very friendly with expats as well. So we have the most advanced construction techniques and the best design team in the world, basically. So and not talking much more, but with us, with Nunmac Architects, you have the best teams here in Portugal and the most professional teams to take care about your project since the beginning until the end, with a turnkey service that I was mentioning already before. As is this case, the same country, we have two architect Pritzkers, that is like the Nobel of architecture. So you can understand the level of the architecture and construction lines that we have in Portugal. And when I mean that we have two Pritzkers, is because in the world it is fantastic. It's the two architects alive that are still practicing here in Portugal, and we are the most the first and the number one country that have this kind of Nobel awards of architecture. So for all of this, I think you have a lot of details and a lot of criteria to choose to invest and construct here and with us. And in addition, also, if you don't know, but we supply raw materials for insulation for the NASA and Elon Musk expeditions to the space. So also our materials, not only our technical advance, but also our materials are the best in the world, and you can count with all of this in one. With
not only are they best here on Earth, but they're also best in the world, in the universe, because they're being used by NASA. There you go.
We can say it exactly.
Yeah, I just love the lines and the designs here in these pictures. Just show it all, the beautiful tranquility, and it shows it's just such a piece of heaven on earth. So one of the things
with the materials and the lines that makes the place being unique.
Let me ask one other question. One of the things we talk a lot about is the sun and the energy. How do you maximize the efficiency of the energy in these homes? I know obviously the glass panel, but is there any other techniques? Is there anything else they're using to maximize that?
Yes, also like I was mentioned before as well, about the advanced installation techniques. We are also the world leader in renewable energy. And also, if the people that are listening us, they can make a little research about ADP, that is the energy of Portugal, and Galp, that they have a huge projects around the world with renewable entities, and with this kind of sustainable construction. And in this kind of sustainable construction and building design, we always think about the energy gains and the best construction efficiency in the short and long term. So basically, in the material we apply in the interior and in the exterior insulation, the thermal acoustic, the roofs, the thermal cut windows, the solar orientation of the building, because of the facades, where we should put the windows or not to get more earns about the energy efficiency, and in order to protect the cold and hot areas of the plotland, and about the building in itself as well. The circulation space is very important to make a climate area inside to refresh. Once you have the window open, to refresh all the area inside of your house, also to refresh, also to keep it safe, and gain energy because of the losing of energy of our houses sometimes. So this as the economic and environmental earnings benefits, basically. And in our construction, we use always the best materials for the walls, for the roofs. For example, we also protect inside of the houses with thermic and acoustic panels, but also outside with attic system, that in Portugal traditionally we say capoto, is different panels and different part of concrete integrated and connected with this insulation that protects your house in the maximum. So is the best technique that we are using, and is the best one that give us more earnings inside of the house and outside.
Yeah, it's simply beautiful how minimal, the impact of a home here in this beautiful setting. It really makes you think, one of us can build such a, what's that?
That you want to live there.
Yes. Well, I'm glad my wife is not looking at these pictures, because she may have a few ideas of herself.
Not to have a problem.
Yes. We, Houston, we may have a problem.
Yes.
No,
but it's
beautiful.
Nice to invest. It's nice to invest on that.
Of course. So for the sake of time, I just want to sort of close up here the presentation. And Nuno, thank you so much, because we are experts of travel. We are not experts of design and experts of architecture. We design and construct tours, but not homes. And I've learned so much, and I think everybody has learned so much about the benefits of constructing and designing an architecture here in Portugal, but also just the benefits of working with an expert and a team like yours throughout the entire country. So obviously we invite anybody who has a question to contact us. The benefits of working with Tigris Vacations is that we have obviously a big team, not just in travel now, but we also have Nuno and his team that are going to help you accomplish this dream home in these beautiful settings. So, and aside from that, you also have travel concierge services. You have driver available upon request, access to a team of licensed individuals to help with banking, residency, healthcare, and much more. English speaking, I know, Nuno, you mentioned that. I think our English is pretty good. We're both Portuguese, so I think we're okay, right?
Yes.
So I think English is widely spoken here. There's no, you'll find everybody who you need to help you with this project to be able to speak in your language and understand you, which I think
is our second language, basically.
It is. It certainly is. And then, of course, utilization of the latest building materials, as Nuno mentioned, maximizing the energy efficiency. We talk so much about the sun here in Portugal, and it's so true. It's very warm in the summer, and you want to capitalize that. You want to make sure that you can energize your home, your living, and make it as comfortable as possible. And Nuno and his team can do that. So,
because each location is different, and it's also evident in the type of building and the proposal for which is intended. In addition to the family building, there is the investment building, and this will be in accordance with the territorial characteristics.
Sure.
The design of the house is fully customized, like I was mentioned before. Each client has his life experience, what he likes more and what he feels more comfortable with. So the architecture project and meets the person who inhabits the space and the natural space that surrounds it. So this is fully customized from the client, from us, and here our clients will find the best possibilities to make the building and the house of their dreams, for sure. And here we are help and assist and attend to all the service that we can share, and in partnership.
And yeah, I am absolutely certain that you are correct, and everybody will be serviced with excellent quality and surpass their expectation with your work, Nuno, and your team. So thank you once again for helping us host this presentation.
To be here.
We leave you with this one last picture of my hometown of Aveiro, which is a beautiful city with a lot of different architecture, as we both know too. Very colorful city. Yes, and hopefully we have inspired you to begin the process of building your new home with Nuno and our team here at Sagres Vacations. And obviously you'll have our contact details if you need any additional information. So in Portuguese, muito obrigado. Thank you very much. Stay well, and we will be in touch soon. Thank you, Nuno.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.